Right, we are recording.
We are recording.
We
Is
are.
this it?
I guess so, yeah. Welcome to Playground Talks, episode 2. It is currently March. The first episode we dropped in November. We're sorry about that, boys and girls. Actually, no, we don't apologize for anything.
Actually, I'm gonna speak on both of our behalves. Um, when we first started this, me and Nick said to each other like, this is really gonna we're really gonna have to dedicate time to this.
Yeah.
And we're both gonna say that it was going to affect our schedules because we're both on two different schedules.
Yeah.
And this is like clear evidence of like it did because just out of all the sudden, I just decided to get a life. I just decided to. I decided to. No, it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I decided
yeah,
to
yeah.
get a job. I decided to start working. I decided to start saving my money and
Oh yeah.
working towards something, my future.
Yeah, and I think that it comes down to like, when we started this also, we were on winter break, or at least I was on winter break. I'm going to
Yeah.
college and everything. And so our schedules, were a little bit more open, more flexible. Winter break was, when I did a lot of stuff over winter break and then college started up again. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, bro, like I did not I like totally forgot I was in school still, you know? And so
It completely blanked. It happens.
yeah, and so, life happened. We kind of went dark, but this is our
No, we did go. No. We went dark. We went dark for
yeah,
sure.
but this is
Like
our resurgence, our comeback.
this is the comeback. This is not the Hail Mary. I was about to say the Hail Mary, but that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. But
um
this is like when you totally forgot about us, and then you get that notification on YouTube. Playground Talks just uploaded a video. You're like, oh man.
no. This is more like when you forget your kid at a supermarket, and then like a couple weeks go by, and you're like, oh shoot, I didn't forget milk. I forgot my kid.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
No,
much.
but no, but I think the funniest thing was it was always starting off. It was always
Yeah,
it was always like getting out there, reaching out to people. I think is very hard. It's not hard. I feel like it's time consuming.
hmm
Like you have to like it's like you have to be really dedicated, really dedicated, like every day. Like I mean, like even with anything involving social media, there should be you
yeah,
should be like dedicated, and you should like you should have like a not an upload schedule or like something, or not an upload schedule, but like you should be like semi consistent in
hmm
like your posts and everything like
yeah.
that.
I, I
And oh, sorry, go on.
I think the thing with us is like, I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate around like this whole podcast thing, and I'm still trying to figure out how to work with that and everything. I think the biggest problem for me is like holding myself accountable too, being like,
Yeah,
yo, I got to, upload episodes, I got to record episodes, I got to like have a set schedule where it's like a thing that I can maintain that's
yeah.
predictable too, you know?
I mean, it's even like a job. Like you have to maintain like a certain work performance,
hmm
and like you have to maintain that, and you have to
Yeah,
be consistent. Um, and even have to adapt to change.
definitely, man.
I mean, not on the spot, but like here and there, you gotta like work around the obstacles, that come in the way.
hmm
And yeah, I feel like being more responsible, like with the time that you're given, or with not the time that you're given, with the time that we're given
Yeah,
to ourselves. Yeah, we're always gonna have that time, but like if we choose to like manage that time properly, I
hmm
feel like having like if you do have a podcast as like a side hobby, like you can do that. It can work, you know.
Yeah, you just gotta manage it.
It's you gotta keep it manageable.
Yeah, because here's the truth. Like, we all, like, me and Elon Musk both have 24 hours of the day, right? And while I could be playing video games one day, Elon Musk is, launching a rocket and then landing that same rocket. And I'm like, oh, bro, like, he doesn't have any more time than I do. He doesn't have any more time than you do either, So it's like, it's all about managing that time, being productive with your time, right?
Yeah, yeah. Think about, yeah. Oh, that. Me and Elon Musk. Screw Elon Musk.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm just kidding.
Elon, if you're listening to this, I want a free Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
And for Isaac too.
Yeah. Hey, Elon, by any chance, can you send me one of your Model 3s? I would like that very much.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, bro. So I think we should just talk about what's happened to us since our first episode dropped in November. How does that sound, bro? Just updating y'all, catching up
like
on life.
Updating like on our like can you updating on
Just-
on our whole situation, or updating
just on life and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just talking about life, bro,
See, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm okay. All right. So I'll start out with the story.
Yeah.
So now I think I have talked about this in previous recordings or whatnot. But
Yeah.
I work with my dad, and he's a plumber, and he has his own business, and so and my dad likes to have we like to maintain a certain job performance, and like we like to have I almost said demeanor. We like to have an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Or a certain attitude, with the customers and stuff like that. And so we're working in this gated community, and now obviously, there's people wearing masks, there are people not wearing masks, there are people walking dog, there was a bunch of stuff going on. There's a bunch of action. We walk into this lady's house, and the first thing, and we have our masks on, and the first thing, and I love this, the first thing that the lady told us to do was, she said, take those ridiculous things off.
Oh, wow.
And she was kind of like, and I wouldn't, she's like maybe in her mid 50s or like late 50s,
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was kind of surprised, and I didn't. My dad did, and I kept it on because I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. So I felt like personally, you're a pretty, elderly person. Your age is there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable doing that, so I just kept it
Mm-hmm.
on. But every time we'd be working, she'd be coming to check up on us, and she would always tell me, she'd be like, you don't have to wear that. You can take that ridiculous thing off. I know that it's a pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, no, it's okay. I don't mind working with it.
Yeah.
Which is not the truth. I hated working with it. I wanted to take it off.
Yeah.
And then my dad decided to put it on again for some weird reason. And he puts it on, and we were replacing the garbage disposal. Mm-hmm. So now my dad is under the sink, and so he starts like kind of grunts and stuff like that. He was grunting, and I was just laughing. And then my dad, just out of just not even rage or whatever like that, just upsetness.
Mm-hmm.
Upsetness, is that's even a word?
Yeah.
He's just like, I can't work with this fucking mask, and he literally just takes it off. And then I'm looking for the lady, and I'm making sure she's not there. I'm freaking out because my dad is he's not yelling, but
he's just angry, frustrated. Yeah.
He was just frustrated, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, why are you doing that? And then And then he's just like, I can't work with this anymore. And I'm just like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. And then he's going off and off and off. And then the customer walks back in, and then she starts talking about it. And then she asked me about it. She's like, what do you think? Do you think that the masks are reducing the risk of COVID? And I said, look, the way I see it, when you walk out that door, you can die anyway.
Oh yeah.
There's that's what I said. I said the way I see it, when you walk out that front door, you are dead either way. You could die from a car could literally just come speeding onto your property and just ram into you.
Yeah.
For just
You get struck by lightning. Bro, I was playing Minecraft last night. I was walking outside. I got struck by lightning, bro, in the game, dude. Like, it was raining, and then a lightning bolt struck me, bro. I was like, what the heck, dude?
Well, I mean, that's Minecraft. No kidding.
That's Minecraft for you. But yeah, no, you could...
I see your point.
You could die, like, literally anyway.
And that's what I told her. I just said, I think, you know, no matter where you go, what you do, or how cautious you are, you will get hurt. You will get there's always something.
No way
that's
around it.
There will be a way. Exactly, there will be a way around it. But I just thought it was funny that she just like was so insistent on like
taking off the mask. Yeah.
Because I it's those customers that I really like going to.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also at the same time, I do want to be doing my part, you know, because if our customer, you know, doesn't like us, I'm sorry, I confused myself. If our customer, you know, doesn't or wants us to wear a mask, and we don't want to wear a mask, you know, obviously we're gonna wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's those customers that are like, no, if you like, or it's like, if they don't care, it's like, oh, if you want to wear a mask, go wear a mask. We don't care, you know. It's like, they're just like, whatever. Those are the customers that I like, but also it's just like, it is like, all right, you know, if you got to wear a mask for a little bit, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But also for plumbing, that depends on like the job, like.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, so you know, but like when we're going in there, because like there's a logistic part of plumbing that people don't understand, that people always don't understand, and that's not always a bad thing, is because they don't, like, people aren't gonna like, you know, just like, you know, somebody's not just gonna like, you know, want to just study plumbing just to study plumbing.
Yeah.
I mean maybe there's like that 1%, you know, but like it's
a niche thing.
It's a niche thing, and it's a process, and not a lot of people understand that, and that's okay, you know. But and then it's the people that like, it's the people that are worried about like costs and everything like that, because my dad doesn't tell them how much it's gonna cost. My dad does not have like, I mean, he does have like a set price for certain things, but those are the certain things.
Yeah, those are just estimates, you know.
Yeah,
you never know how much it's gonna cost.
Exactly. So okay. So I'm just like, I'll just think of a scenario. So like, okay. So let's say we're doing a main line. So a main line is we're gonna take a machine, and we're gonna go and we're gonna service the house. So we're gonna take a machine. We're gonna take a cable, and we're just gonna run the cables through the pipes in the house, under the house. Sorry. And normally that estimate is about $195. And then if it involves digging, if we have to dig, that includes manual labor, you know. So I don't see. So then when it comes to that, I have no idea what it is. So there's all this logistic strategy, if you will, to it. So. And then like my dad, he's also hiring other people too. Like he'll literally go to Home Depot. He'll just hire the people sitting out there, you know, just to dig, and then like, I stop and I think about that for a second, and then that's when I'm really happy to have the job that I
Mm-hmm.
do have, and then I'm not. I mean, I'm grateful that I have that provided to me, because like,
Oh yeah.
not a lot of people have that opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I do sometimes take it for granted, and I'm like, oh, you know, like I will brush aside, and I'm like, I will take it for granted, like, oh my gosh, like I will. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I don't give my parents enough credit
Mm-hmm.
for like what they do, and like how much they have like just supported me, just in general.
Yeah.
Like, they give me a roof over my, like, they're not letting.
They do a lot for you. Yeah.
Like, I know, and so yeah, like it's I'm very grateful, and so yeah, but that's just like a quick little story from like
Mm-hmm.
what happened. And just from what has happened in like this little work experience that I have had this like
Yeah.
couple months, like it's honestly been really, really good just to be working, and it's manual labor, so I'm not.
Definitely, man.
And like I told my mom like a couple years ago, like when she was asking me like, oh, what do you want to do with your life, and I was like, Mom, I don't want to have a sit down job. I don't want to be. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't want to be some big belly guy.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I don't want to have a sit down job, you know,
Mm-hmm.
work a 9 to 5 and then just have a shitty day all the time. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, no, I don't want to have to deal with people in the Starbucks line forgetting my mocha frappuccino,
Yeah.
and they're eating it wrong. I don't want to. No. White collar job. I don't want to have a white collar job.
Okay, I get that.
That's what I meant to say. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah. No. No. I don't.
Bro.
I don't dress up. I don't like doing that. I like getting dirty. I love working with my hands.
Mm-hmm. Dude. Oh no, go on.
No. I was just gonna say, working with your hands, even anything, no matter what that is, carpentry, electrician, electrician, working with your hands is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. But
Yeah.
that's just what I was gonna say. But go on.
Dude, I feel like my work is becoming increasingly white collar ish. Dude, cause bro, I used to be out like all the time taking photos like in these just wild like fun situations where like I'm out in the field doing things, right? But now recently I've just been sitting at my desk writing angry tweets about council people in my city. I don't like that, bro. Like I need to get back out like in the field, like taking photos and doing things, like, experiencing life. I've just been sitting at my desk just thinking about what I could tweet or like, you know, thinking about like just
Dude, I know. I remember you used to go out like a lot. You were like you were in LA.
Yeah, dude.
You were mostly, because I know you were mostly in Long Beach a lot.
Yeah, because that's just where I'm based, you know.
Yeah, because that's also that's right. Yeah, that's where you're based too. So.
But it's like, dude, yeah, bro. It's just there hasn't been anything noteworthy to really like photograph recently. Like, nothing's going on here, you know. It's like kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's like, it's part of the job, you know. But
let's make it interesting.
Yeah, well,
we can make it interesting.
Yeah, we can make it. Yeah, there was
I don't want to start. I was about to say we could go start a fire. Never mind.
There was a guy who was shot and killed by police a few weeks ago. And I was bracing for like riots or something, dude. I was bracing for like a protest or at least, but nothing came of it. I was like, wow, okay, like everyone was so outraged on social media. They were like, the Long Beach Police Department killed this unarmed black man. Like, we need reform now. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to turn into like Minneapolis or Kenosha. And nothing happened. I was like, oh, well, okay then. I'm not complaining. Like, I don't want to watch my city burn down, but come on, guys. Like,
yes, you do.
You got to give me.
You want to photograph that shit. Yes, you do.
No, bro. No, bro.
Oh, I don't think any of us want to see our
No. No.
hometowns burn.
No, dude, no. I don't want to see
Or
any town. I don't want to
vandalized.
see any town burn because it's like
I think that's the
it's
nobody wants to see anybody.
no. But I was expecting at least like a march or something, man, like to go
You,
down, and nothing happened. I was like, oh well, okay, sure, you know.
isn't it funny how the news thrives on chaos?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I think that's hilarious.
yeah, because it's like what else am I gonna like for me personally, I'm kind of drawn to chaos. I I
Well,
enjoy
yeah.
I enjoy chaos. Like chaos is kind of my thing, you know. But like that's just what I want to photograph. Like I want to photograph chaos. But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like a lot of mainstream news thrives off of like making America scared and making everyone be like,
Let's make America scared again.
yeah, dude.
That's
And
gonna be my slogan.
yeah, bro. I'm Isaac Renteria, and
Make America scared again.
I'm Isaac Renteria, and I'm running for president. Make America scared again.
Dude, if I had a campaign slogan for my presidency, that's exactly what it would be.
Make
Make
America-
America scared again.
And every day you just tweet like, "Oh wait, what are the nuclear launch codes again?"
I'll give the nuclear launch codes to some Iraqian.
Yeah. I saw a homeless man on the street, so I pulled something out of my pocket and gave it to him. I wasn't really sure what it
I
was.
gave him nuclear launch codes because nobody would expect a homeless man to have nuclear launch codes. So he was just roaming around New York City
With the
nuclear
nuclear launch codes. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was where you'll tweet out one day, you'll be like, "Hey yo, at Syria, like better watch your back."
Just at the country, because Syria has their own Twitter.
At Syria, I'm coming for you. Or you'll post like an Instagram poll, be like, which country should I nuke next? Which country should I nuke next? Sweden or Greenland? One of them has to go. What do they contribute to us?
Vietnam Part 2.
Kind of bored. May start another Watergate scandal.
I'm just gonna like put in a question. Arson is bad? Question mark.
Arson is bad. Dude, you know what you could do? You could run for the mayor. Dude, Long Beach, we have our own. Bro.
Dude, I saw that on your story. I'm like, wait, I'm not registered to vote in Long Beach. Because I registered to vote in because I live in Garden Grove.
Yeah.
So I registered to vote in Garden Grove. But then I'm like, oh wait, can I retake my vote and then just reschedule?
Yeah, you can, dude. Bro, so here's the thing, right? So our so 99% of the politicians in Long Beach live in Long Beach. What the heck? I'm getting like feedback. I don't know. 99% of the politicians in Long Beach live in Long Beach. But there's one councilwoman, Cindy Allen, okay? Now you may recognize that name. Now,
I do.
she lives in Fountain Valley, but she has property in Long Beach, okay?
Yeah.
So you could just rent out an Airbnb and register to vote under that Airbnb, and then bam, you register to vote in Long Beach. And then you could run for mayor. I'm trying to get this phone set up so I could charge it as well. Wait. Am I upside down for you right now?
What?
Am I upside down?
No.
Oh, bet.
You're
Yeah.
like, you're fine. Like I can see your face. Like you're fine.
Am I upside down though?
No.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, dude. So you could just register, and then as long as you're 18 or older, you could run.
I'm 19.
Yeah, you could run for public office. And I was thinking, like, bro, wouldn't it be funny if we just had like a bunch of people fresh out of high school running for public office?
Like, oh my gosh.
Dude.
I don't know. I think there are like I will say this though. I feel like there are like a lot of bright minds
Oh yeah.
and like a lot of bright a lot of bright-minded people, especially like just getting into college. Like they have like a lot of they like people who are like just getting into college. They're gonna have like a lot of ambition.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing to have. It's that's a good thing to have, especially going into college. Is
Oh
like
yeah.
to have a lot of ambition.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's definitely like having that ambition and like having that drive to go towards something is going to pay off.
Yeah.
So much. Like
Totally.
people who have done schooling for like literally their whole, like not literally their whole lives, but for quite
it feels like it's been my whole life.
Their whole Nick, it feels like my whole life.
Yeah.
But like people who have taken education to another level, like I do respect them a lot because they're willing to like take the time to learn, to maybe learn it again and again and again.
Yeah.
And learn something new from that. And like those people, I feel like, are the people that are going to like, I don't want to necessarily say lead, but I feel like they will have like an impact. People with strong morals and strong beliefs and like and strong ambition. I feel like they will be like an impact.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't need college to have that, right? Like, I personally think college, in a sense, is kind of overrated. You know, it's like, you know, if you're going into plumbing or if you're going into, I don't know, like an arts major, like if you want to be a photographer or something, then you don't need college to learn those skills. But if you want to do something like be a doctor or, you know, be a brain surgeon, I'm not going to take a high school dropout to do surgery on my brain. Like, I'm not going to do that, you know? But I'll if I had a choice between a plumber with 20 years of experience but no college and a plumber with a PhD in, I don't know, water pumps but 1 year of experience, I'll take the guy with 25. I don't know.
No, but
you know, like, you don't, if you're doing something you're doing something meaningful with your time right now, right? Like, you're not just like sitting at home, like you're working, right? And because of that, like, you're doing something productive. So if you were going to college, you wouldn't be doing that productive thing. Like with me, I'm going to college and I'm also doing journalism, like writing stories for publications and stuff. And every time when I'm in class, I lose time to work. So it's like I'm wasting my, you know, it feels like I'm wasting my time sometimes. I'm like, I don't need to be, you know, in this fine arts class that has nothing to do. I don't need to be in this like advanced math class that's gonna do nothing. I don't need to be in this like trigonometry or, you know, calculus class that's not gonna effectively help me in my career, right?
You know, I had this conversation with my dad, and I was asking him about school because my dad, he didn't finish high school, but he did go to college, and I was excuse me, and I was asking him, I was like, is trigonometry gonna help me in plumbing? And this is what he said. He said, Isaac, no matter what you do in plumbing, you're always gonna have to do math in plumbing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And I mean obviously trigonometry. I didn't do trigonometry. I don't do trigonometry. So I don't know, but
Well, I mean, go on.
Well, I mean, at the same time, I was just gonna say this. I feel like if you have more physical experience and you're more of a hands-on person and you like more of like a physical job, I feel like that is where, you know, you should be if you're more comfortable, like, you know, working, like I said, working with your hands, or, you know, if you are comfortable with sitting at a desk and looking at a computer screen, and if you're an accountant, or if you're or even salesmen. I know salesmen have desks and stuff like that, but salesmen, they're on their feet too, you know, they're going out and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's just, for me, it's whatever you want to do, but I don't know.
I think math is vital in just about everything. Like I use math to I use math like even in my photography to like calculate my exposure and how many
Oh
stops I
yeah.
should go down, right? If you want to get like technical with it. Um but like yeah, I mean if you're in plumbing, you're going to need to know basic math. You're not going to need to know, high level calculus or, stuff like
Okay, what's the vacuum theory? A equals B equals
yeah.
B squared. No,
Yeah,
like no,
you're
it's
not going to need to know like about like right now I'm learning about like I'm in an astronomy class for physics.
oh yeah.
And for journalism, I probably don't need to know about that. Like I don't need to know about the like the phases of the moon or the fact that like when Mars is rotating around the sun, instead of going east to west, sometimes it changes its rotation and goes west to east or whatever, right? I don't need to know about that. Like I don't need to know about, the North Celestial Pole and the 45th degree of rotation, right? Like I don't need to know about that. It doesn't matter to me. Same
When
thing.
the northern stars align.
Yeah. The only time that class has come in handy is when my friends was born on a leap day. And we were talking about leap days. And I just told him, I was like, oh, did you know that leap... I, I was
Sorry.
I was like, did you know if it wasn't for leap days, in a few thousand years, summer, like July, would be in the winter season and
Oh
February
yeah.
would be in the summer? And I was like, your birthday is like the only thing that's holding the seasons and the months together. And he was like, okay. And I was like, okay. Like, it doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter for me or for you too, bro. Like, you don't need to know about that for plumbing, right? Like, the rotation of the moon or the phases of the moon, like, it's not going to affect the water pipes. Like, it just doesn't, dude.
Dude, okay, no. Okay, so what do you think about superstition?
Oh, bro. Oh, I
Like,
already
so
know.
I
I
think
already
there's
know where you're going with this, bro.
I
I've
think
dealt with this so much in that astronomy class because we're learning about like the different star signs, bro, like Virgo,
you're learning
Cancer,
the horoscope, yeah.
Tropic, or isn't there one like Tropic or something like that? I don't know. There's one that starts with a T. Tapper. I don't even know.
Taurus.
Oh yeah, Taurus. But like we're learning about that, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm a Gemini rising Virgo," or "Oh, I'm a."
Dude, no, I always hear, I'm a Gemini cusp with the, I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't
Bro,
care what
it
you
makes
are.
dude, I don't know if you saw recently there's a TikTok that I saw and it was most dangerous signs according to the FBI and it was like
Of course, yeah, let's see what
yeah.
the Federal Bureau of Investigation has
And
to say
so
about the
then so
signs.
then I posted a stitch of that so it's just the beginning so it's like most dangerous signs according to the FBI and then I filmed myself I was like, "Sir, we caught the serial killer." And he's like, "He turned himself in? That's not a very Gemini thing of him to do." And I was like, "What month are you in? What month?" I was like asking like the suspect. I was like, "What month are you
Yeah,
born
yeah.
in?" And he's like, "Oh, I was born in April." And he's like, "Yeah, no, cancers aren't really that dangerous according to our FBI list. You're free to go." I was like, "It's just so stupid, bro." It's like, and I went on a I went on a date with this girl like back in January, bro, and she's like, normally I don't date Geminis, and I was like, all right, we just made a U-turn. I was like, all right, I'll see you later. Just dropped her off at her place. I was like, see ya. I'm not gonna waste my time, bro. But like,
Okay. Now, okay, so I'm a Virgo,
okay,
and Virgos aren't okay. Now, I, I don't, I mean, I believe it. I don't, I don't buy into it. You know, like,
mm-hmm,
okay, yeah, like my personality is my personality, but there was this girl that I was seeing, and she was a Gemini,
mm-hmm,
and she had asked me, she's like, "Oh, what's your sign?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm a Virgo," and she just looked at me, and she's like, "No, you're not," and
yes, I am.
I'm like, I'm not, and she's like, "No." you're a Sagittarius, and I'm like,
What?
I was just so shocked because I'm just like, I can't believe that you're basing, like, and I didn't even, like, really, really like her. I'm just like, okay, you're kind of cool, you know? Like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this conversation clearly told me, you're
Don't,
stupid. You're a time waster.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, I'm like, dude, if you're gonna, like, this is a sign. And then I just think it's funny when people, like, go over the top with it.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, that's what you want to do. That's fine. But, like, when you incorporate it, like, all the time, it gets annoying.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, like, if you're looking for those, like, for your horoscope or whatever, right, where it's like I'm a Gemini, and so if I read a horoscope where it's like, oh, you will find happiness today. One, that's like the most basic thing to ever say. And two, when you read your morning horoscope, oh, I'm getting really bad feedback. When you read your morning horoscope, do you hear that too?
Yeah.
What the heck is that, bro? Dude, that's why you got to get Zoom. There'd be no feedback. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
No, because you're like, no, this is what you need to get to. No.
Technical.
No, you know what? No, I'm gonna rant. I'm a rant.
All right, rant. I just want to say. No, wait. I just want to say we are almost 1 year into the pandemic, and Zoom is a pandemic necessity. All right, now go on your rant.
Okay, dude. No, but I was just gonna say I play Call of Duty with this man right here. Nick,
yeah. He's gonna expose me now. I know.
And I will not. I won't expose, but I will never forget how much we will yell at each other and how I will not even stress how mad that we all of us have gotten at each other from this game.
Yes. It's bad.
It's not even bad. It is just so funny because we'll always tell ourselves, like, during the beginning of the game, or like when we're in the party, we'll just be like, all right, listen up, we're gonna have a good game. We're not gonna, like, yell at each other, we're not gonna scream, you know, and that's what makes it so fun, is because we just completely forget those freaking fucking rules. And we do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because we don't care.
Yeah, dude. And also the thing is, like, it's not personal, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we know, like, okay, you know, one time Isaac engaged a team, and then he's like, bro, they're one shot. And so I expected them to, you know, be one shot. So I jump out with my car, like my car 98, and I hit the guy, and he still has his shields on. And then his teammate is right next to him, right? And so I'm like, Isaac, he was not one shot. And I got mad. But, like, the thing is, you know, the second the game ends, I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, it's just a video game. It's just that, right? It doesn't really matter. And I know I've done stupid stuff, too, that Isaac could talk about, too. Like, it's even Sam as well, bro. Like, it's all three of us, bro. It's a joint effort.
Oh, I love this joint effort.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, I will, like, those times that, like, it's the times that, like, when we all can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And, like, and then we laugh, and then it's like, oh, then we come clutch, and then we think we're gonna win, and then we die, and then it's just laughter at that point.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay, I'm telling you, those days, those times, like, when we do play, like, we have those moments. Those are the moments that are like the best to, like, have.
Yeah.
Especially when you're especially when you're playing with video games, especially like when you're playing video games with your friends. And like,
Mm-hmm.
granted, we have known like me, you, and Sam. Like, we all have known each other like our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, there's that like those like that's gonna lead for some damage. No, but
That's a lot of damage.
That's all right, Phil Swift. But no, I just I just think it's funny, like how how intense and how
Mm-hmm.
in the moment you
Yeah.
can be in a game.
Yeah.
And I remember going back to like I'll be like scrolling through I'll be like scrolling through iPhone and I'll just be seeing TikToks of just Ninja
Yeah.
of just them like freaking out and just like slamming the table and like I'm just like, dude, I want to have those moments. I want to slam the table. I want to be enraged.
I want to be toxic.
Play Fortnite.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but so playing COD with you and Nick, or playing COD with you and Sam, and Jake will like always be fun.
Yeah, dude.
But see, it's like games like that when you have groups of friends like that, which makes the game fun.
Yeah, dude. The only time I really play Call of Duty is like with you guys or like with other friends too. Like I don't.
To be honest, yeah, that like I don't even play it like on my own time. Like I don't like I'm not like I'm just gonna play some Call of Duty. Like I'll just. I don't. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't play on my own. I like playing with my friends. I like playing with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I have someone to get mad at. No, but
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, it is always an adventure. Let's put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you make it an adventure, it'll be an adventure.
Yeah, dude. Bro, talking about getting mad. You know what's gotten me mad recently, bro?
Naomi Biden.
Oh, bro. Damn, I totally forgot about her, dude. Dang. Bro, you just... Oh, man. Bro.
Did I trigger some Vietnam flashbacks?
Yeah, you triggered PTSD, bro.
Oh, some hormonal PTSD.
My PTSD, bro. Yeah, dude. Bro, I wrote a story and it got on Kamala Harris's desk. Like, she read it.
Oh, shoot.
And I was like, oh, dude, this is my chance to get at Naomi Biden, bro. But nothing came of it. I was like, shoot, bro.
Nothing came of it, huh?
Dude, no, bro. We can't be joking about the president's granddaughter, bro. You know the CIA is gonna come for us, dude.
Oh yeah, we can. You know what the FBI and the CIA, you know what they're gonna do when they hack into my security system? You know what they're gonna see? They're gonna see me in my underwear binge watching WandaVision. That's what they're gonna see, okay? And you know what? They're gonna see me and I'm just gonna be in my natural habitat and they're gonna be like, fuck you. You know? But in all seriousness, I feel like if the government was to come after people,
they would.
They would.
Oh yeah, really, totally, 100%.
I feel like if people just randomly called out the government, not randomly, but if like people just called out like on everything, let's be real for a second. Like if people had like access to talking, okay, let's say like they were just, how do I put this? How am I trying to? I'm trying to word
if
this
people, I think I know what you're saying. You're saying if people called out the government for everything they did, and if everyone did it, the government would come after us.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. I feel like they would, and I don't doubt it. Hey! But anyways, so you never know.
Yeah, that's how I be with this freaking 2nd District Councilwoman, bro. I called her out. I called her, and then she blocked my number. So then I emailed her, and she asked me, "Who are you working for?" And I responded, and she just ghosted me. I was like, "Bro, come on, dude." So if I die, just know it's not a suicide.
Oh, dude. Okay, I was seeing that on your story for like, I'm like, okay. Obviously, you haven't died yet. you're not gonna die now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when you have those annoying dogs that just keep barking and barking and barking, it just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
But I kept looking at that. And I'm just like, this isn't gonna he's not gonna die. But then I'm just like thinking, it is Nick, and
It is
he will
Nick.
get frustrated, and yeah, okay, I can see why he puts that. Never mind.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny, and then I'd be listening, I'd be like in my living room, and I'd be like listening to it. I'd be like watching your story, because that's the thing. I don't watch your story until like the end of the day, because that's when it gets really long. Because that's when your story gets interesting.
Yeah, dude. Well, because
not when it gets long, but I mean that because that's when I get all of it. I'm just like, okay, so that's
the end of the day is when I recap the stuff that happened in the day. I'm like, bro, there's always some stuff that's going on in my day that's just like, what the hell, man? And so I'm just like, all right, bro, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about how I found out that the mayor doesn't has. I need to bleep that out, but yeah.
Yeah, you do. But what was I gonna say? I'm completely blank. I was gonna shit. I had something. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know. I at this point, if the government comes knocking at my door and they are accusing me of things, I'll just be like, hey man, the things you're saying are probably true, but you don't need to bang on my door, break my windows. You can politely come in or knock on the door like a civilized person.
Yeah, ask to come in first.
You can ask to come in.
And at least bring an apple pie or something, bro.
Read me my rights, handcuff me to the bed. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude.
No, but I don't know, cause I don't. There's I can't how do you respond to that? It's if the government's gonna do what the government's gonna do. I don't.
Here's what I think, bro. I've taken up the phrase, it is what it is.
No, but see, that's the thing. The people who have taken up that phrase have given up the fact that there's no work around it.
No, I know. It is what it is, bro. If the government wants me dead, I'll die. And that it is what it is. You
know what? What if Jesus said no?
Okay, then it is what it is. God has a different plan. See? It works with everything, bro. Let's think here. Okay, my homie gets arrested. It is what it is, right?
But you could work around that. What if they post bail what if post bail was $50?
Okay, we post bail him. It is what it is.
Then you get the bail.
Yeah, exactly. You post you post your bail and then he gets out. But the thing
there you go. That's the work around it.
The whole thing with my phrase it is what it is look, whatever's going to happen is inevitable. You can't change it, bro.
Right. Okay.
So it's why am I going to try and fight something that's already going to happen, right? There have been times I was up in LA one night and I was at a protest. And there were a group of people. I think I told this story maybe once before. There were a group of people who were marching in front, turning cars around. One of the cars didn't want to turn around. So the protesters rushed it, and I ran with them to try and get photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, is this car gonna ram through? Homie pulls out a gun, bro. He stopped and he pulls out a gun and he's pointing at it.
He literally pulled out the Glock.
Yeah, and I'm right next to the driver's side window, and I have this gun inches from my face, bro. And I'm well, if I get shot, it is what it is. Really, dude.
You're not gonna try and do anything. You wouldn't even it's not even okay, if I get shot, it is what it is.
Well, no, if I get shot, if obviously your fight or flight kicks in and stuff. But if he decides,
you got a fucking gun pointing to your head.
If he decides to shoot or shoot a protester or something, there's it happens, bro. Like, it is what it
Right,
is.
right, right,
And
right,
so
right, right,
it's
right.
like, why am I gonna try and be like, why am I like looking back on it? Why am I gonna be like, oh, there should have been a different outcome, or oh, this should have happened? Like, it is what it is, bro.
Because that's the moral setting in. That's like that's like okay. There's like a moral to that. It's like
Well, obviously, like if someone got wounded, I'm gonna help them, right?
right.
I'm not just gonna stand there and be like, whoa, it's destiny. You can't fight it, right? Like, but
Sorry, I don't talk to broke people.
I think it's. I think it's more about just like learning to accept and deal with what happens in the moment instead of trying to fight super hard. Like, most times,
like a live to fight another day kind of
yeah, like
situation.
most times when people are drowning and they die, it's because they're like wailing their arms around and they're exhausting.
It's because they don't know how to float.
Yeah, they're exhausting their energy, bro. You just
Right.
gotta be like a jellyfish, bro. Just go with the flow, man. And it's like, well, sometimes there are situations where you have to like, obviously, if you have a gun pointed to your head, you should probably do something about it, not just stand there and be like, well, there's nothing I can do about this, because there is. But like, leading up to that situation, everything leading up to that was out of my control. I can't control what the protesters did. I can't control what that car did. And now I find myself in that situation, right? It is what it is, bro. Like, I found myself in that situation. It's out of my control, right? The only thing I can't control is what I do about it, right? That's kind of where I'm coming from with the whole "it is what it is" situation. It is what it is,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how much you agree with that. I don't, but
I'm
it sounds like you and I have our differences on that. But
yeah, a lot. I mean, I don't know. For me, it depends on. Okay, for me, it depends on the context of what that is.
oh, definitely.
So like with you, right? You got a gun to your head. See, I've never. I mean, there like I don't know.
Well,
What
to
I've
be
been
fair,
ever.
he wasn't like pointing it at my head. He was like waving that shit around. Like he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay,
But it
whatever.
was like, I don't know. Like I think also I have to put. I feel like I should put a disclaimer here. Don't put yourself into situations that you know are gonna be dangerous, expecting a good outcome. Right? Like, don't walk into a burning building and be like, "Oh well, it is what it is." Right? I'm just saying, like in everyday life, when
Yeah.
things happen.
Okay, like with that, in everyday with that, like with that, like with an everyday life situation, yeah, it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
with that, I agree. But like
Yeah.
maybe like let's say like the long haul.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, in the
I,
long
I
haul, you should definitely try and take control of your life. But like,
yeah,
COVID. Let's just look at COVID. That has
yeah,
that has turned so many people's lives upside down, right? Like,
right,
and there's nothing they could do about it. Like my dad, he's working from home now. It's out of his control. There are millions of people who were furloughed and laid off from their jobs, and it's out of their control.
yeah. You
And
can't, yeah,
obviously, you need to work to find a new job. You're going to need to, put in the effort, right? And when I say it is what it is, I don't mean just like sit back and just be like, oh, well, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, right? What
yeah,
I mean is just understand that, like, stuff happens that's out of your control.
yeah,
And, it's all about realizing that and then thinking, okay, how can I take charge now of this situation?
right,
I feel like
right,
I'm
right.
contradicting myself by saying it is what it is and then saying take charge of the situation.
No,
I don't
see,
know,
and
bro.
that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and that's where they're confused, and like
Hmm.
that's like where I don't like that. I don't like. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I'll use that. Like, but like for me personally, I don't like. I don't. I'm a problem solver.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
if there's a problem, I'm gonna solve it. If there's another problem and I solve that problem, what am I trying to say? If there's a problem, if I solve that problem, there's another problem with that problem that I solve, and I have to solve another problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna want to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Another way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's always gonna be another way. I'm gonna want to try to solve that problem.
Yeah.
So, but also there are gonna be those times where I'm gonna be like, okay, you know, I can't do this or I can't do that. I can't, like, there are going to be those times where I have to be like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, like I was watching a video series on Friday night where some people were arrested, like overseas. They were arrested. My God, this feedback, bro. They were arrested overseas, and there was literally nothing they could do about it. There was nothing they could do about it. They could just pray and just sit in their cell and get beaten up by the prison guards in Turkey or Iran or the Czech Republic, I think another one was. And it's like...
Oh, yeah, the Czech Republic. I know what you're talking about.
And it's just like, well, in those situations, bro, realizing that you sometimes can't control the situation. So don't fight, don't try to control the situation that you can't, right?
Okay, yeah, and with that, it's like, okay, clearly there's like nothing that, like, let's say I could have done, or maybe you could have done, you know? Like with that, yeah, that's like, okay, that happened. That's sad. That is very tragic that happened, you know. But like, yeah, like there's nothing that, you know, you could have done or that I could have done.
Yeah, but like, with that being said, I'm not gonna, you know, like in the future, I hope to be, you know, going overseas and covering conflict and war, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going into those situations knowing, hey, you know, I could be imprisoned. Hey, I could die, right? Hey, you know, these things could happen to me, right? That is not an it is what it is situation. Because I'm knowingly going into those places being like, yo, I'm putting myself in danger here, right? This could happen. I don't know. I don't know where I'm coming from there, but
No. It's like it's a conscious thing. It's like you're aware of what you're doing. You're like, you know what? I'm aware of the consequences.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna happen if I do this. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like disobeying your parents. Like when you disobey your parents, you know you're not supposed to disobey your parents. When you go and take that cookie from the cookie jar. You know you're not supposed to take that cookie from the cookie jar, but you take it anyways because you want to.
Yeah.
You know it's a bad thing. You know what you're doing is wrong. But you still want to.
Yeah.
You know the consequences.
Yeah.
But you do it anyways.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And yeah, I mean, and I know those people, and like I've seen those people. It's like, oh, I have nothing to, like, those people like, oh, I have nothing to lose because I have nothing. You have something to lose.
You have something to lose, yeah.
You have your life to lose. I mean, like, think about, like, okay, in scenarios like where people have been given like their life. Like, okay, what am I trying to say?
Where they try to kill themselves and then they fail and they realize
they try to kill themselves and they fail, and they realize that they realize that they were wrong to do that because they didn't see that the bigger picture, you know. And they didn't like take a step back and they didn't take a conscious, you know, look at things. Because once you take a conscious look at something, your perspective on things
changes. Yeah, dude, I often think of the have you seen BoJack Horseman?
Yes. I
often think of the second to last episode, you know, where BoJack is drowned. Well, spoiler alert: BoJack Horseman at the ending, he's drowning in a pool, right? And he has this dream.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Buttercup or someone says like a poem. It's like the view from halfway down. And he's like, oh, I wish I would have known what the view looked like. Or it's a Secretariat, because he kills himself earlier on in the show by jumping off a bridge. And in the finale, Secretariat's saying like, "Oh, I wish I knew what the view from halfway down looked like, because if I knew that, if I knew what I knew when I jumped, like when I was falling, I wouldn't have killed myself."
Yeah.
And so it's like, and every single person who survived like jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge or survived trying to kill themselves will tell you the same thing. Oh, I jumped and I regretted it, or oh, I shot myself and I instantly regretted it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, your life is a precious thing, even if you don't see it.
Yeah, your life is a very valuable thing, and it was given to you for a reason.
Yeah, you're here.
And if you haven't found that reason, that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Not everybody finds I don't want to say their will to live, but their drive. There is always something that is going to drive someone to want to live.
Yeah.
Whether that be a person,
mm-hmm.
or maybe like an ambition, like, or maybe like a belief or something like that, or anything like that.
Yeah, I just want to take this moment as we're talking about suicide. If you guys are contemplating suicide or ending your own life, there are people here for you. You could contact the suicide hotline. You could even reach out to us. I don't know if you'd want to talk to us, if we'd be of help, but just know there are people who care for you. There are a lot of people who care for you. This feedback does not care for us, but there are people who care for you.
The feedback does not care, but we certainly do care.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, when I bring up suicide, I'm not bringing it up in like in a joking way or anything. I'm like in no way whatsoever. I want to make this very clear for those listening that we aren't joking about it. We aren't. No,
it's a serious thing. Yeah.
It's a very serious thing, and we just wanna make that clear that we aren't joking. We're just trying to talk,
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a very touching topic. Very, very touching topic.
Yeah.
So, how do you move?
How do we move on from?
How do we move?
I just know, just one last time for the people in the back, people care for you. I know, even if you're listening to this and we don't know you personally, we appreciate you. We love you. We know that there are people in your life. You may not see it, but they love you very much too. That goes for you, Isaac, as well. People love you, bro.
You too,
yeah,
Nick.
dude. Yeah. So, all right. moving on to a different subject now.
Moving on to a much lighter subject.
A lighter subject, yeah.
Puppies.
Oh, puppies, bro.
Puppies are cute.
Dude, speaking of, around the subject of puppies, bro, there was a cat, like, last week that got into our garage. And, bro, we tried to kick it out, dude. Well, actually, at first, I showed it affection and, like, love. And I was like, oh, here, kitty. And I, like, was petting it and playing with it.
Yeah.
And then we tried to...
Yeah. That was the one on your Instagram story.
Bro,
Yes.
we tried to kick it out. We were like, all right, bro, like, you can't be posted up here. We can't bring in a stray cat, like a feral cat. So we were like, all right, bro, you got to go. Homie just wouldn't leave, bro. And we finally shut the garage door, and the cat was outside our house for an hour meowing, bro. So we were like, all right, bro, here's what we're going to do. So we brought him into the backyard. The next morning, he's still there. And so my mom goes out. She's been gardening. And the cat's, like, following her around. My mom's like, oh, so cute. And the cat just attacks her, bro. I'm like, dude, not the move, bro. So, yeah, we kicked it out. And then I saw my neighborhood, like, Facebook group or whatever. Someone was like, oh, hey, there's a stray cat in my house. Whose is this? We're feeding it right now. And I was like, it's the same cat. And I was like, oh, bro. Dang, dude.
That little kitty sure had a.
It was feisty, bro. Feisty little kitten.
Feisty.
Jeez. Just attacking my mom like that, bro. No one does that, bro. No one attacks my mom and gets away with it, dude.
And especially while your mother is guarding you.
I know, bro. She's literally harvesting bok choy to cook for dinner. And this cat's just like, meow, like attacking her, dude. I'm like, nah, bro. This ends right now. This ends right now.
This mutiny ends today.
Yeah, dude.
You will no longer be a resident.
Yeah. No, dude.
You are banned. You are cut off from society.
Yeah, the thing is, my mom always talked about wanting a cat too. And so I was like, oh, this is a perfect thing. Like, mom's going to wake up. She's going to go in the backyard. There's going to be a cat right there. And at first, mom was like, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. And then the second it attacked her, but my mom's like, I want it out of here right now. It's like, okay.
The second it strikes.
Yeah, dude.
You're dead.
You're dead to me.
You're fired.
You're fired. I'm
you're
Donald.
fired.
I'm
you're
Donald
fired.
Trump, and you're fired.
Yeah, but dude, I remember there was this one time where in my neighborhood there was like a bunch of people that own dogs, and
Yeah.
there were like a bunch of breeders there too. There was like this. I don't know if it was a husky mix, but it was this beautiful white dog, and it wasn't I think it was still a puppy,
Mm-hmm.
but it was pretty big, and I was just in the neighborhood, and I was just riding. I think I was walking, or I was doing something. I was doing something naughty, and no,
Yeah.
This was a couple millenniums ago, but I'm like walking, and I see this dog, and I'm just thinking, oh wow, that is I'm thinking, oh, there's probably just someone who just let it off the leash. And I didn't see a collar, I didn't see anything, and I'm just like, oh, this this is not a stray dog.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me this is a stray dog. And I walk closer to it. And I'm walking closer, and then I'm just like, all right. So I start getting friendly, and I come up right beside it, because we live right by the 405, or no, right by the
210.
Yeah, we live right by the 210.
It's a 210. Yeah, it's a 210. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that freeway, so we live right by that wall.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I'm coming up, and there's there are trees planted there, and I'm coming up, and I start petting it, and I'm letting it smell me. It's walking around me and smelling me. And I'm just like, all right, I had the stupid idea to pick this dog up and take it home.
Yeah.
And I did. I picked it up. Nothing happened. It started licking my face. The dog smelled terrible, and I didn't care because it was a dog.
Yeah, dogs are cute, man.
And every boy wants a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Every boy wanted a dog. So I'm coming home, and my mom, she's like, I think she's making lunch or like a snack or something. And I bring this dog into the house.
Oh no.
And I'm sweaty. I'm hot. I stink. I reek of dog. This dog reeks of dog. And my mom is just furious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, can we keep him? I didn't even know that it was a girl. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't want it. I'm like, as soon as I knew that it was a girl, I was like, oh, okay. So we called animal control. And I was so worried about it. I'm just like, can you let me know when it gets a home?
Mm-hmm.
And
they're like, sure, buddy.
They're like, yeah, sure, buddy. So I don't know what happened to I never knew what happened to the dog.
You get a call like 3 days later. Yeah, we put that dog down.
No. Dude,
That's so dark. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I remember is I remember going because it went to the Westminster Pound. He went to the Westminster Pound.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember going there. I went there. I saw the dog. I just remember seeing her in the kennel.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was the last time I saw her.
Dude, I saw this thing, and it was like men in their 20s get into 3 things. It's like podcasting, fishing, or cryptocurrency, and there's no in between. I'm like, damn, bro. Is he wrong? I don't know.
I haven't gotten involved in cryptocurrency yet.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Oh, you should get involved in like Bitcoin." I'm like, no. Ooh.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, like, yeah, I would be making money, but then I don't know how I'm making that money. Like, what, like, what if what if that money is coming from like a toilet from Syria, and there are people making root beer in a toilet in Syria right now. Like, do you not even think about that? Like, do you need to think about that? Like, right now, people in Syria making root beer in a toilet. Think about that for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, that could be you right now. You could be making root beer in a toilet in Syria.
When I'm in Syria, I'll search for that toilet root beer, bro. One day, like...
take a picture of a toilet in Syria. Hey, I found that root beer.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, one day, like a few years from now, you're gonna get a notification. Oh, Photog Nick mentioned you in his story. You'll check it out, and it'll just be found that root beer, bro.
Found that root beer you're talking about, man.
Found that root beer.
The taste was exquisite.
It was delicious.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's something funny that we could talk about. So okay, as a kid, obviously, when you do things and you get attention, it's you like it because obviously, when you're kids, attention is the one thing that, like, you need. So now, I don't know why I thought of this, but I don't know if you remember, but during one of Sam's parties, like a long time ago, he had a piñata, and I don't know why, but I just decided to beat the crap out of the piñata.
I think I remember this, yeah.
Sam apparently has like videos of me just like with my mom, just me like hitting it during his birthday while he's just freaking opening presents and stuff like that, and I'm just there just beating the crap out of it. Like, I chose violence that day.
Dude, all I remember from, bro, when you talk about Sam's like birthday parties or Sam's house, the one thing I remember, bro, is our sleepovers, and we were playing laser tag. So, okay.
Oh yeah.
For those listening. So, Sam is another good friend of ours, right? And really Isaac, Sam, and me, and Jordan as well, but Jordan's not really relevant to this story. We all grew up together. So we all I've known Isaac and I've known Sam since like kindergarten or like first.
Pretty much.
For like basically my whole life, as long as I could remember at least.
Yeah.
And so Sam would throw these birthday parties at his house, and they would often turn into sleepovers. So we would go there, like Isaac, Sam, and Isaac and I would be hyped up because we'd be like, "Oh yeah, bro, we're gonna stay up late tonight. Like we're gonna have fun." And Sam's like, "Oh yeah, bro, we're gonna stay up late. We're gonna have fun." And then like 9 p.m. would hit, and he'd be knocked out, bro. So anyway, this one particular birthday party, we were playing laser tag with these guns that Sam had, and we were having fun, bro. Like it was fun. And then Sam's parents were like, "All right, kids," it's like 8:30. They're like, "All right, kids, time to go to sleep." Like it's summertime, the sun's still out and everything. They're like, "All right, kids, time to go to bed." And so Sam's like, "All right." So we stay up a little bit longer. But then Isaac and I, like, we had our sleeping bags next to each other. We were like, "Dude, do you want to play some more laser tag?" And Isaac was like, "Yeah, bro, let's do it." And so these guns were stored upstairs.
Upstairs in Daniel's room.
Yeah,
Sam's brother. Younger brother.
Yeah, in Daniel's room. And their parents were also sleeping upstairs. And so I don't know if you were aware of this at the time. I knew that going up there to get those guns would be a suicide mission.
Dude, it was. No, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Because we had earphones, because the guns had like an outlet.
Yeah.
The guns had a little outlet, or had a
I remember that, yeah.
And we could put in our earphones. So we had and we had we all had, I think we had iPods.
That was back when the Apple earphones had the headphone jack, and it wasn't the lightning bolt.
That was back when they had the aux.
Yeah, bro, that was a long time ago. Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
My gosh.
But anyway, I want to tell the story from my perspective, and then
I
want to hear it from your perspective, because I don't think you've ever told this story like from your perspective.
Yeah, because dude, oh my god.
Because you're the dude. So anyway, we're laying down in our sleeping bags, right? And I'm in like my like Curious George pajamas or some. I'm in like I'm in like my Batman pajamas, and I'm like, all right, Isaac, here's what you're gonna do. I basically talked. I feel bad now. I talked you into doing this, bro. Because I was like, all right, you're gonna run up there, you're gonna get the guns, and then you're gonna run down. And he's like, all right, bet. And so I hear him creeping up the stairs, and the next thing I know, I'm laying down, and I just hear. Yeah, like this dude is full on sprinting down the stairs. He runs towards me, and then he throws me one of the guns, and then like he's like, all right, dude, I got it. And then Sam's mom comes down, and so I don't remember what you did, but I hid my gun like in my sleeping bag, and we just
I put it right under my pillow.
yeah, dude. And so Sam's mom, she came down, she looked at us, and I was like pretending to be asleep, I was like
we
laying
were
down.
pretending to be asleep.
Yeah. She looks over, and then she just sits down on the couch, bro. And she slept on the couch, dude. And so we didn't get to have any fun with the laser gun.
We didn't move. We just ended up falling asleep with the gun.
Yeah, and I remember waking up the next morning, and I pulled this gun out of my sleeping bag, and Sam's mom's like, "Oh, where'd you get that from?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. Must have just appeared here overnight." But yeah, bro. I want to hear the story from your perspective, dude.
So Nick is like, all right, go get the gun. So I'm creeping up the stairs. I'm in my socks, and they had just moved in, just moved into that house.
And this was when Sam's mom was pregnant too, I believe. Right?
Yeah, she's pregnant with Jasmine.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
The first daughter, yeah.
The first daughter, yeah, and so. They're creeping and everything like that. And so I'm walking up there, and I get into Daniel's room, and Daniel's asleep, and I open the door, and like the door, like it didn't creak open, but it kind of like had that little,
yeah.
So I get it, so I get into his room, and his room is just full of clothes, and like Legos everywhere. So I'm kind of like creeping my way, like Tom Cruise. Some Mission Impossible shit right there, and then I grab the guns, and I'm just like, okay, and I think I said it to myself. I think I said out loud to myself, okay, and then I'm like getting down. I don't know if I turned one on accidentally or not.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
Remember if I did or if I didn't. I don't know if I did.
I think you did, bro. I think you did. Yeah, because
I think I did, and then I turned it, and then I think I quickly turned it off, and then I think that's why I rushed down the stairs.
Yeah, and for those of you listening, bro, these guns were loud, dude.
They were loud. Like when you heard it, you could hear it. But
yeah, I think that's what happened. I don't know.
I don't know. But I know there was
there was like a loud sound or something. Yeah.
But I also know. I do remember. I don't know if you remember. I don't know why. But I do remember her. I do remember Mrs. Seward, Sam's mom, saying, "Do I need? I don't know if you do, but I do remember her saying, "Do I need to go? Do I need to come?"
Oh yeah, get my husband. Yeah.
Her Nathan.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
So and that was the scariest moment because and that's when she went to sit down and just watch us.
Yeah.
But I do because she did come down and she did look around too.
Yeah.
And she did look at Sam because I remember we had came in and we were kind of chilling in the living room beforehand too. And Sam, we had just left Sam. That's what it was. We were sleeping in tents. That's what it was. We were sleeping in tents in the backyard, and me and you had came in.
Oh yes.
Chilling in the living room.
I remember that now.
and then his dad came down and told us to go get Sam to bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to wake up Sam to go because we wanted to be in the living room. That's what it was.
Well, because what happened was, so this one was out in the tent, and we were still being loud. Like, we were still, because we're kids. Like, what do you expect us to do at a sleepover? Like, obviously, we're not gonna go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
And so we were still talking and giggling and like laughing and having fun in this tent in the backyard. And then I think Sam's dad was like, "Hey, you kids gotta shut up." And so then we were like, "Oh, what if we went?" And because they were like, "Oh, the neighbors are gonna hear or something." I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
And so then we were like, "All right, bet. Like, what if we just go in the living room?" And Sam was knocked out, and so we're like, "Well, Isaac and I are the only two up, so we're just."
Yeah, we were literally the only two.
Yeah,
up.
and so we were like, and that's what happens at every sleepover that we had. It's always, and even today,
even today, there's always, even today,
like, even like we don't have sleepovers and stuff, but it's like Sam is always the first one to go to bed. It'll be like 11:30. He's like, "All right, guys, I'm going to bed now." I'm like, "Oh, really?" But
dude, I know.
But
yeah. That's what I hate is I've been getting that schedule. Like I've been like getting sleepy at 11, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I go to bed so early, and like, well, not. I mean, like 11.
Well, I mean,
late.
The thing is, like, I'm not saying like, oh, stay up till 3 a.m. every night, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You have a job, right? And like I need to start going to bed early too, because like I've been working till like 3 a.m. and it's not healthy, right? But like when we're kids and stuff, like, I don't know. I was just saying that to poke fun at him. But
I was saying it to freaking belittle him. I don't care.
Yeah. But anyway, but we were like, let's go inside because, what's the point of us staying outside and just shutting up if we're not going to go to bed? Yeah, that's what happened.
Tired.
Yeah. So.
And it was getting to that age too where like I was staying up late anyways.
Yeah.
I was the most hands down as a kid. I was like as all of us were growing up, I was the most unscheduled kid in the world. I did not have a schedule. I was not like you and Sam at all. I had no schedule. I mean, obviously, when it came to my schooling, I would wake up at like I would wake up at like 10 or something like that, and get to my school. But like I still got my school. I still got it done.
Yeah,
but like I never had a schedule. I didn't. Or let's put it like this: my parents were never as strict as your guys is.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to that. But now, since like I'm older and everything like that, it has gotten to like I'm like obviously I'm an adult. I can do what I want. I can almost do what I want. But like I have a little more freedom. But like I live under their roof. So I still have to by some of their rules. Not all of them, but by some of them.
Well, and I mean. Oh, go on.
No. Go for it.
I'm kind of glad that my parents were like a little bit more on the strict side growing up. It taught me discipline. It taught me, to get my shit together, right? And it's like I'm kind of happy that they did that as I was growing up. So I'm not like a complete. I'm a pretty loose cannon, but like relatively, I'm not that loose of a cannon.
Yeah, and like okay, and when I say like. And when I mean like my parents were strict and I got disciplined.
Yeah, obviously.
I wasn't like I didn't get away with murder. I mean like there's times where like I would like cleverly lie my way out of it. But yeah, like I was not like I got I got disciplined and like that's what like a lot like I never showed that side of I never showed like that discipline the discipline side of me like I never like ever showed that until a couple years later like when I was like when I started like when we started getting older I started maturing I started realizing like okay like I gotta get my shit together and then I went through that military program and that was great too
and
then I was working with my dad at that time too for a little bit too so I was making money I was making a little. I had pocket money, as
Mhm.
as my grandpa and my dad like to say it. So like it was good, you know. But yeah. Growing up, like you're gonna be energetic, and you're gonna want to just die.
You're
I
gonna
mean,
just
not die, but like when you have all that built up energy, and then you know you come to a standstill, and like you don't know what to do, and you fall asleep. That's when it's rewarding.
yeah.
But when I say that, like as a kid, like when you like exhausted yourself as a kid, you know,
Oh yeah.
to the point of like, okay, the fun has like ended now for me. I
Mhm.
need to go to sleep, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I mean, even to this day, I still have that kid energy that I still have. Like I will get very excited to play Call of Duty,
Oh yeah, dude.
or like or even to go over to people's house, I will still get excited,
Mm.
or even like when I'm FaceTiming like the homies or anything like that, I will still get excited.
Oh yeah.
Or even like when I'm seeing them, like I will like freak out like a kid. I will scream.
Yep.
That's who I am. So I love that part. Like I will never like
Yeah.
when I'm 21, I'm gonna be like playing Fortnite. No, just kidding.
Yeah, dude, I still have like an inner kid in me, you know?
Oh
But
yeah.
it's just like I have responsibilities that I'm aware of too, you know? Oh yeah, for the record, Isaac is getting his bagel bites right now.
Yeah, I'm putting on, dude. Like, so he got this little mitt, and it's the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's dope, bro.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna get these out. But ooh, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
Bro, I was at a Bible study on Friday night. I was pouring myself a cup of coffee and my hand touched the coffee pot and it burnt.
Oh.
And the first thing that came into my mind was, it wasn't ouch, that's hot, or ouch, that hurts. It's, that's an awfully hot coffee pot. That's the first thing.
Coffee pot.
That's the first thing that came to my head. It wasn't, oh, gee, that's a really hot, that I burnt myself. No, it was, it
Oh
was,
no,
it
I
was,
injured myself.
it
Nope.
was Eminem standing in that little warehouse saying, "That's an awfully hot coffee pot." It's the first thing that came to my mind, bro.
Well, we know where your mind was that day.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, well, Eminem. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, burning flesh? Nope.
Nope.
Eminem.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Yeah, dude.
What comes to your head?
Yeah.
Burning flesh? No.
No.
Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, like kids are gonna be kids, you know. At that
Mhm.
point, it's like they're gonna be rambunctious. They're gonna be snooty, or yeah, they're gonna be snooty. They're gonna be what they're gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Just, you know, they're kids. They don't know yet. It's like a baby. It has no moral. I mean, it has no moral. I mean, it doesn't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't grown up to be a kid or child.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't know.
No. Definitely, man.
So when you see a kid,
Go easy on him.
kick it.
Take it.
What would you do if you saw a child? Do you remember that meme that was going around, and it was just like, "Oh, I kick it," or something like that. There, I don't know, but I like that video. There was like an old video, and it was like this kid choking on gum, and he's like, "Are you choking?" And
Yeah,
he's like
are you
asking the
choking?
kid if he's
Yeah.
choking. He's clearly choking. It's like the most ridiculous video
Mm-hmm.
or like ad ever for about chewing gum, and like it was about. I think it was about swallowing gum.
Oh, okay.
And how you can choke, or how you can choke on swallowing gum. Which I've swallowed gum. I know my parents like, oh, never swallow your gum. Like they like, oh, spit it out of my hand. I'm like, I never like I would always swallow my gum.
I swallowed my gum, and look at me. I'm just fine, man.
I know. I mean, like I swallowed my gum. Hey, I didn't fucking choke. You freaking lied to me.
Yeah, dude. False advertisements?
It said it would kill 99%, and I wanted it to kill 100%. What the heck?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I would trip out over those ads that are just like, it kills 99.9999999%. I'm just like, dude, just go the full 100%. Like, why stop at 99%?
Or it's like 9 out of 10 doctors recommend. I'm like, what happened to the 9th one? Like, what happened to the 10th one? Like,
what happened to the other one?
Yeah.
Did the other doctors kill him because he had a conspiracy about the other doctors that they didn't want the public to know?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, dude. It's like 4 out of 5 dentists agree. It's like the 5th one just has like a loathing hatred for Colgate.
Yeah,
the 5th one just
fuck this product.
Yeah.
It's just like the 5th one. He's just like one of the judges from the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, this product sucks.
This product sucks. Colgate is terrible, bro. I will never use the Colgate whitening strips.
I haven't. Oh, dude, I remember when, like, oh my gosh, I remember, when I remember, when I dated Destiny, she was about like hygiene a lot, and she kind of got me on that, you know. And she got me on it in a good way, and like I was like, now I don't do it anymore. But she got the white meat strips, and I always made fun of her for that. Always. I'm just like, nope, that's not your white. Those aren't your real teeth.
Yeah.
And I said that to her, and I was always joking, you know. And obviously, and when I said it first, and when I first said it to her, she took it as the joke. But then
you kept on saying it.
I kept on saying it.
Oh no!
And she was just like, "Do you want to do it?" And I'm just like, I don't want to say no, but then I don't want to say yes because I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, sure.
And
I didn't. I don't know what happened, but we never went to go and get them.
Yeah.
We went to the store so many times, and she never brought it up. And I think she was and I feel I just hated it when she was testing like the level, like the level of like trust that I had towards her.
Oh, okay.
I hated when she would do that, and I know why she would do that, and when she would.
Well, yeah, because she's manipulative.
We don't need to unpack that
Yeah.
right now. That whole relationship, but like, why you gotta go and do that? You know, there's like.
I'll never forget when we were at the pier, bro, and someone called us. Who are you with? What are you doing? I'm just trying to be a good.
I remember that.
Bro, that was just.
I know. I actually.
Why'd you turn your snap map off? I'm like, bro.
This is when I knew how crazy she was, because so she had this friend that was there when I was there, and I had no idea that she was there, and her friend, I guess, sent a picture of us. It was of us together, and Destiny had called me, and she was telling me, oh, why? She's like, oh, she's there, and like, are you with her? And I'm like, no, because I guess our Bitmojis were together.
Oh.
And so she was thinking that we were like
together,
and I'm just like,
bro, I'm literally with the homie right now. Like, we're just trying to enjoy ourselves.
I think I said like babe 20 times. Or I was like babe, like so many times. Like I'm like, no, I don't. I was like looking around, like what? And then I called her sister, and I was complaining to her sister. I'm like, why is she doing this? Like, I'm with Nick. I'm taking pictures. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
That's literally all we're doing.
Dude, that phone call was a
Yeah.
big reason that I deleted Snapchat. Like I was, cause you know how I used to have Snapchat like over the
Yeah,
summer, and then I
yeah.
deleted it, and I was going through it because I was like, well, Snapchat, it's like it's whatever, and I was thinking about it. I was like, it doesn't add any value to my life, and then I thought about that phone call and how much like just annoyance it brought, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm deleting this
Yeah,
app. I'm getting off
and
here.
dude, that's where I say like that's if you have to be like if you are that like control like if you are that if you
Possessive.
have if you no well not only insecure but if you have that little trust in someone
Mm-hmm.
that you have to like constantly know where they are and you're like oh it just
Yeah.
it just bugs you 24/7
Yeah.
and yeah it don't work.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that. It don't do.
Yeah.
It don't do. I don't
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had many. Those were that. I had many phone calls like that with her. Sometimes where I'd be like walking out on the street like for hours, like just
Mm-hmm.
hours, just like convincing her that I did not cheat on her, or hours convincing her that
Yeah.
it was exhausting. It was
Mm-hmm.
exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not seeing her. I was like, you know what? I'm like, maybe I'm not seeing her side. Maybe I'm not walking a mile in her shoes. So I wouldn't. When she would bring up conversations or when she brings stuff up,
Mm-hmm.
I would try my best I would try my best to put myself in her shoes and be like, okay, let's see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
But it just wouldn't work out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Going on a different topic now, taking
yeah, going on
it away from that, bro,
relationship.
about the
Relationships.
whitening strips, bro, and like being like hygienic with your teeth. There's a like I don't even know what to call her, bro. Friend I had, I guess. But anyway, she she has like braces, right?
Oh no.
And one night, dude, we were hanging out at this person's house, and she she pulls out like a toothbrush, bro. Like she just has a pocket toothbrush and like
Yeah.
toothpaste on hand.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, so
Well, I would assume it's for like but like it was the cutest thing ever. Like she just pulls out like this little
yeah,
toothbrush,
I
bro.
know.
I'm like, why do you have like? She's like, it's my pocket toothbrush. I'm like, what the?
Dude, because so because I remember when I got my braces, my orthodontist she told me to get a pocket toothbrush.
Oh my god.
When I add around for like when I'm eating,
Yeah,
and I don't
yeah.
have my toothbrush,
Mhm.
I can just like
What? Yeah.
gargle some water, and then
Yeah. Rinse it out. Yeah.
And I did. I went to Walmart like so many times. I think
Yeah,
I went
dude.
to like 5. And it worked. Like it did. It kept a lot of kept a lot of plaque out of and a lot of actually
Mhm.
of the cement that had built up. It kept a lot of that out too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
no.
did work. But I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's cute.
Yeah, like just out of the blue. Like we were
Hey,
just sitting on the
out of
couch.
blue, you wanna see
She's
my
like,
pocket toothbrush?
she's like, do you want to see my pocket toothbrush? No, but that was just like it was such a foreign concept to me, bro. Cause like
It
my,
was a foreign concept.
cause like I was good with like flossing and brushing when I had my
Yeah.
braces on. Like I had like a water pick and everything, bro. And
Yeah.
my dentist was never like, hey, you should get a pocket toothbrush. That was like the first, cause like I've seen them.
Hey, you should invest in this, man.
I've seen them before, but like I always just assumed they were like for travel or something.
Yeah,
but, like,
I would always assume that they were for
I-
travel too.
I never knew like people. And then one time, okay, so she had a small one, but then she pulled out like an actual like normal sized toothbrush. I was like, what the? Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was weird, bro. I mean, I vibe with it. Like she's good with her
Right.
dental hygiene, right?
I know, but fucking braces, I hate them. I hated my braces. I hated them.
Yeah.
Dude, like no, like she knew, like I wanted them off, like because I had them on for 2.5 years. I was only supposed to have them on for a year and a half.
Yeah.
But I ended up having them on for 2.5 years, and they were just absolute hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I got used to it, yeah. But like it was just like, oh, I was cutting my gums. I was biting.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was
Man.
just bad.
Yeah, my braces. My braces had the thing like on the inside of my back molars. They had like another bracket or something. I don't know what it was for, but it would always cut my tongue, bro. And it was like it was awful, man. It was terrible.
Yeah, I remember. Then I'd get my bands. I had to put my bands
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah, dude.
And then I have to like
Yeah.
I remember when I would just be on the phone with people sometimes, and I'd just be like,
I
could just hear it.
Yeah.
I could hear it going, and I just like,
Yeah.
me, dude, and I would take them off because I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I would do that, and then like when I take them off, my mouth would be so free. I feel like a fucking dog.
Yeah,
I just
dude.
got muzzled. I'm just like,
Yeah.
just like moving. And like, dude, when I got my braces off, I was in my mom's minivan, and I'm just literally just like
Yes,
I
bro.
was like, dude, I felt like I was having sex with my mouth, like just like, like I'm just like, I'm just like, this feels so nice. Like, why does this feel so nice?
Mhm.
And then like I'm just gonna start growling at people because I can do that now. And I straight up went like I was just like so many people just like on the street of Huntington Beach, just showing my teeth, just like I was so happy. No, dude, you have no idea how happy I was to have those freaking things on.
Dude, I'm so glad. Well, I mean, it's a small thing, but I got my braces the day before my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
So everyone in high school, like when we met and everything, all they knew me was like how I look with braces. So it wasn't like people knew how I looked before braces, and then I got my braces off, and everyone was like, "Oh, whoa, you got your braces off." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got my braces
I
off."
remember when you got your braces on, and I remember when you got your braces off.
Yeah, dude, crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dude, I remember when you used to show up to church and you used to like always have like either like a white or black button, not a button.
Yeah,
down,
bro. Yeah.
There's the two top.
Yep.
The two buttons.
Yep.
It was the golf like
the polo
always,
shirts, bro.
Yeah, the polo shirts.
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
We used to wear the polo shirts.
Bro, I always hated wearing those polo shirts, dude. The only reason I have them is because I play golf, and it's proper etiquette to wear a polo on the golf course. But I freaking hate those, man. Like, oh my gosh.
They don't look comfortable.
No, bro. I just feel uncomfortable. I don't know. There's something about polo shirts that are just like.
I mean, okay, honestly, so for like my like work uniform, like we wear a polo shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We wear like a gray polo shirt with jeans. We tuck it in, belt, whole thing.
Yeah. Like,
and like honestly, like those shirts, like those are like they're not bad. Like those polo shirts, like I like those polo shirts.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
But like, see, I think if I had to wear one for work, I would be okay with it. I'd be fine wearing it for work. It's just I would never look at a polo shirt and be like, yeah, I want to wear that. Like,
I mean, like
outside.
I would totally wear my work polo shirts casually.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wear any of my work clothes casually. I have like a bunch of shirts from In-N-Out and stuff too. Well, you remember what happened at In-N-Out, bro?
I remember that. Oh, dude, I remember that. I remember that night.
We all rolled up. I want a fry with salt. Wait, no salt. Wait,
right,
actually.
No, I want a fry with no salt. Oh wait, no salt. Or wait, with salt.
Yeah.
Well done. And you're like, well done. Wait, you want well done? Oh yeah, I want 2 well done, 1 with salt, 1 with no salt, 2 with salt, 1 with salt. Dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then he was like, all right, I'll read you back the order, and he was like, 2 fries, well done. I was like, oh no, we don't want any fries, well done, bro. I don't know what happened there, man. That was not the move.
That was.
And then we were like standing outside on the benches or something, like all just vibing in our In-N-Out shirts. It was weird, dude. That was weird. That was a weird night. Definitely a weird night.
I wish I stayed.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. Well, I don't know about you, but
yeah, I think that's a wrap on our episode.
Is this the wrap?
I think it is episode 2.
What's the time right now?
We're at almost 2 hours, dude.
Oh my gosh! Are you serious?
Hey, this episode's making up for all the previous episodes that we lost.
Oh, well, okay, if you say it like that, then yeah, there we go.
Yeah, bro.
Cheers to all the episodes we've missed.
And we hope that we'll have a more set upload schedule for you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe, or our next upload may be in like July or something. Who knows? Stay tuned to find out.
It might be, we might just record next month, and then, you know what? This might just be a monthly podcast.
Maybe, bro.
A monthly podcast, just recapping all the months prior.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. But yeah, we're gonna work on getting a more consistent schedule, a more recording schedule. But yeah, we're working on that.
We're working through it. So stay patient with us. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. That was really cheesy. I'm so sorry, guys.
I know. I'm just like, I'm realizing I'm doing the motion, but like they can't see.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you did like it, give it a like. If you want to share it with your family members or whatnot,
yeah,
your concubines. Go ahead and feel free to do that. That's what it's for. That's why the button's there.
Yeah.
And yeah, just I don't know, man. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, bro. If you want to share with your drinking buddies, with the people closest to you. I mean, if you hate someone, you could send them this video, and they'll probably put them through a lot of torment.
Yeah, because we hate them too.
Yeah.
No, but we always, but we enjoyed recording this.
Yeah.
And we hope that you guys enjoyed this 2-hour-long episode.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys later. Until the next one.
Until the next one.
Peace.
Peace.